I could not sleep last night, all due to an existential crisis. And that started in the evening talking to my mum about general life stuff. And then the subject of jobs came up, and I just went down this downhill spiral of what am I doing with my life, also known as post-university blues. Hello, my name is Grace, and if you're new here, I studied music journalism at the University of East London for 3 years. I started in September 2022 and I graduated in September this year. I've decided to make a video on post-uni blues or depression, whatever you want to call it, simply because, oh my god, the struggle is real. I hope that I can hopefully get people to comment if they're feeling the same, because I need to relate to someone. I'm losing the plot. Or if you're just watching this and you're like, is it really that deep? Yes, it is. In my case, it is anyway. I've got some points that I want to make here. I don't have a script, so I'm basically waffling, but I just want to talk to you about this phenomena of the depression after university. Post-university blues is essentially the depression you get after finishing uni. And this could be due to a multitude of reasons. It could be that someone had the best 3 years of their life and then they've got to work after the 3 years and it's really depressing. They made their friends for life. They may have met their soulmate. They were partying, they were drinking, and it's just the hit of reality and it's like, damn, that's really sad. Or in my case, it would be you finish uni, yeah, oh, what do I do now? That's my situation. That's my personal experience right now. At 15 years old, I started reading Kerrang magazines, and that's when I started thinking about music journalism and trying to get into that route. What that looked like for me, I wasn't sure, but I thought about it. It was just something that I was interested in. So when I saw music journalism was an option for me to study, and I could also commute there, it was just ideal for me completely. So I decided I was going to university after A-levels. My experience at uni was an experience. In the grand scheme of things, 3 years isn't that long, but between 18 years old and 21, and I've just turned 22 now, that a lot can happen in those years. If you haven't gone to uni yet, trust me, so much can happen within those 3 years. My first year at uni, I feel like that was my coolest era, in my opinion, and I'm not a cool person, but my first year of uni, damn, respect her. I really respect her. Within the first few weeks of uni, someone led me to feeling really crap and it just went downhill from there. I met arguably the worst person in my life in the December of my first year at uni, and that lasted until the end of my first year of university. So my first year was just kind of like distress, let's put it that way. Nothing to do with uni, that was just my personal life. It just happened that I met crap people. However, my second year and third year, my second year was the redemption, and that was also followed by my third year. I did really well. My grades were a lot better. I didn't do bad in my first year, don't get me wrong, which I'm surprised because again, I went through quite a fair bit, but my grades were good. But my second and third year, they were like really good. So I worked hard, I slayed, I did well, but also did not think about what I was doing with my life after uni. Anytime I had the thought of, yeah, it's my third year, my third final year next year, what am I going to do after? Oh, don't need to worry about that. That is what I was constantly saying to myself during my second and third year of uni. It's just like, I'll worry about it when it happens. Okay, it's happening. What do I do now? Also, my last deadline this year was May, where my dissertation was due. It was mid-May and my graduation was September. So that's quite a big gap. And I know a lot of people go on holiday and they celebrate and they party and they're not worrying about life, but I could still not help but think, crap, I'm here. But because it was the summer, I was sitting outside, I was still applying for jobs, I was still volunteering, which I'm not going to get into too much in this video, but I do volunteer right for a particular charity, which I do love doing. And I was still doing that, but I was trying to also like it's fine. I was sitting outside, I was having my lunch, I was reading a book, like very relaxing, which is what I needed, I think, especially after doing my last bit of coursework as well. Like, you need to relax as well, you know. But then graduation happened in September, which also graduation was low-key really stressful. I don't know whether it is just a stressful experience for everyone, but for me, oh my god, you had such a small amount of time to do everything. Get your photos taken, get your robes, get your hat, which I forgot to get my hat, so I had to run back and get it. And then you got to eat between that as well. And then you got to graduate. And then afterwards, oh, I've got a taxi to take us home, but we've got no time to say goodbye to lecturers. Like, it was so stressful. It was a great day, don't get me wrong. So I'm in the process of what now? Can someone help me answer that question for me? Thanks. Obviously, what you've got to do when you finish uni is apply to jobs. Doom scroll on LinkedIn, doom scroll on Indeed, volunteer if you can, if you're in the position to do that. Work part-time, because you do also need to get money as well. Saying all of that I know sounds really simple in hindsight, because again, at uni they just say like, you know, apply for jobs and internships, it'll be fine, it's great, da da da. But they don't tell you like how overwhelming it is, the reality of doing all those things. It's so, I think for me, I find it overwhelming as well. So I work part-time, I'm putting down my tea because we're getting serious. I work part-time as a concierge in a care home, and I have done literally since my first week of uni. And I've, you know, people know me now. I've worked there for over 3 years, so they know that I went to uni, they know that I've graduated. How dare there be people outside of our house going about their lives? Oh my God. So every week when I work, I get the same people, and there's like multiple people that ask me like, found a job yet? Oh no, shame. Hearing that week in, week out is so depressing, because you're hearing yourself speak. You're like, no, not yet. Because half of me just wants to say to him, well, obviously if I found a job, I wouldn't be here, would I? Week in, week out, like I'm working tomorrow, without a doubt I'm gonna have someone ask me it. And again, I know it's friendly and it's so sweet of them to care like that, but it's so depressing because you're hearing yourself and you're like, yeah, I haven't got one yet. Yep, I'm keep doing what I'm doing. It's so sad. And they look at you like, oh, you know, like, give me a break. I think because of that, it starts becoming overwhelming, because you're very much aware that people are aware that you've graduated and you're stuck in this rut, and like you're trying your best to find somewhere and it's just like rejection, or you're just being ghosted by companies. It's just this horrible cycle. I literally drew it out in my notebook so I could explain. It's look for a job, depressed, I don't know what I'm doing, look for a job. Like, it's just this constant cycle of that, literally, not joking. And all while that's happening, when like you are at home and you are applying for jobs and stuff, I'm not doing any of my hobbies. Like, I've not really been reading. I'm currently reading Butter. I'm like roughly halfway through. I'm not reading this. I haven't even crocheted once this year because I feel so guilty for doing things that I love, because I'm like, I should have a job right now, so I shouldn't be doing my hobbies, which is so sad. And like, there is truth in that, but like, you don't need to treat yourself like that. And I'm a hypocrite, because I'm very much aware that if someone was talking to me about how they're feeling and, you know, they're feeling guilty, they can't do anything because they're feeling guilty, I'd be like, you need to be kind to yourself. But when it comes to me, I've had this lifelong issue of pressuring myself, and I don't know where this has come from. I've always been like it, always been like it. So I don't know how to snap myself out of that, basically. I've written down battle depression and figuring out your life. Real. It's just like this ongoing existential crisis, which I used to have. I used to joke about like in school, like, because I used to have them. But oh my God, not to this degree when it comes to like figuring out my life. You know, one decision and my life could literally change. Like, that's crazy. That's great. That's mind-blowing to me. No one prepared me for this. No one prepared anyone for this, I don't think. Again, they mentioned post-uni blues, but I just presumed it was because like, oh, I miss uni. I really miss uni. I want to go back. I miss it so much. I'm not even thinking about uni. I'm thinking what the hell I'm doing with my life. Once I sorted myself out, I can miss uni all I want. And I know an easy route would just be do a master's. I would then be 23 years old in the same position I'm in now, but I'm 23. That's crazy. Like, I don't want to do that to myself. I would rather be sorted out by 23. And also, I suppose it depends what industry you're in anyway, but doing a master's in journalism, I don't think is that beneficial. I suppose it depends on what you're doing, but I think for the position I'm in, I don't think it's beneficial, like, at all, unless you want a master's. I don't feel like I've got a life at the minute. I'm in limbo. I'm on the waiting chair, waiting for my life to begin, because that's what people say. They say your life begins when you finish uni, you get your first job, and like away you go. So I'm kind of in limbo. I'm in the waiting room. I'm waiting for my life to happen, but it's not happening yet. And I know like there's much bigger issues in this world than post-grad depression, whatever. I know there is, but when it's your life as well, it's hard. It's really tough. I'm trying my best. Not only that, I'm sorting out my driving. I can't get a driving test. That's a whole nother video. I could rant and rave about driving. My last point for the video, which I don't even know what I've spoken about in this video. It just feels like me ranting and raving. There was no aim for this video. As I said, there was no script or anything. It's not supposed to be like a video essay. It's just like, here's how I feel. Can anyone else relate? So I've written down 3 tips which I need to take note of, but 3 things that actually help are to talk about it with people that you trust, but not too much. I think when it comes to this subject, I get stressed talking about it. I think it's good to talk about it with people you trust. Like for me, it's my mum, my granddad, my dad, my boyfriend. Like I trust these people. I can talk about it with them because they don't push me like, you need to get a job, you need to do that, you need to, why can't you? Like that, asking questions that are so stupid and you don't have the answers for. Like you're trying your best, but it's the people that, like, as I said, at work that ask me every week, they're the ones that just like make me feel so sad. But it's bittersweet because, as I said, it's lovely that they're asking, they care about me to ask that, and they're interested in wanting to know my life. But like, so it's good to talk about it, to get it off your chest, but not too much to the point where, like last night, I was talking about it for so long that I started spiraling, and I keep talking about it, and then it comes to bedtime and I'm like, bing, wide awake, can't sleep, thinking about my life, and I started feeling guilty that I was trying to sleep, because I'm like, why am I not actively looking for a job right now? It's literally 11 p.m. Be kind to yourself and don't give yourself a hard time, because it's already a hard time as it is trying to find a job and you're in that transition period. Like, it's hard enough already. You don't need to give yourself a hard time at the same time, if that makes sense. And to keep busy, for me, I start slipping when I don't have a structure. So try to wake up at the same time every day. Just still set your alarm, still go to bed at a decent time. Like, don't just go whack, you know, with your schedule. I do think having a set routine, wake up at the same time, going to bed, have your 3 meals, have your snacks, like just keep busy, keep a structured day, because it will help you. Because if you're going to bed at 3 a.m, waking up at 1 p.m, like that's not going to help you. So this is the end of the video. I feel like I've been talking at you for like 5 minutes, but I know that I probably have quite a lot of minutes of me rambling about, I feel sad, help, I don't know what I'm doing. There's no conclusion, there's no answering the question, there's no me giving real genuine advice to anyone. I just wanted to talk about my experience and hoping this would reach people that are in the same boat as me. I feel like I've really downplayed the depression part. I'm sitting here in makeup with my hair done and clothes, but I've really been struggling, and it's just the uncertainty of my future and what I'm doing, which I know might be silly because I am, like, I've just turned 22, like I don't need to have my life sorted out yet, but to have a job and know what I'm doing and earning full-time money would be ideal. I can't believe, like, I'm at Christmas, it's practically, like, it's near enough Christmas now, and I'm still in this uncertain situation. It's really difficult, because I remember thinking this year, like I was in May and I just finished my coursework, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, I can't even picture Christmas this year. Like, what position will I be in? Will I have a job? I hope I'm not, you know, jobless and sort of, I'm literally in my like worst case scenario when it comes to finishing uni. As I said, I'm trying my best, so I hope that people find this and relate. We can have a big existential crisis together. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like more sit down talking ones like this, please comment below. Can't lie, my feet and my knees are killing me. I've sat cross-legged in the same position for the whole time, which has been like half an hour. I've literally been sitting like this. I am in so much pain right now. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.